first atomic bomb, an experiment or catastrophe? Let's find out. The beginning of the atomic age. On the morning of August 6, 1945, an ordinary summer day was about to begin in the Japanese city of Hiroshima. People were going to work. Children were getting ready for school. No one knew that what was about to happen within minutes would irreversibly change the course of human history. That day, humanity faced the true power of the atomic bomb for the first time. And this confrontation cost the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. World War II and the decision of the United States. By 1945, the war in Europe had come to an end. Nazi Germany had surrendered. However, the war in the Pacific Theater was still ongoing. Despite heavy losses, Japan refused to surrender. The U.S. administration believed that a ground invasion of the Japanese mainland would result in the deaths of millions of soldiers and civilians. At this point, the Manhattan Project, secretly carried out for years, came into play. Its goal was clear: to turn atomic energy into a weapon. U.S. President Harry Truman approved the use of the atomic bomb in order to bring the war to a swift end. Hiroshima, little boy, August 6, 1945, 8:15 a.m. The American B-29 bomber Enola Gay was flying over Hiroshima. The bomb dropped from the aircraft was called Little Boy. The bomb did not need to hit the ground. It detonated at an altitude of approximately 600 meters. In an instant, a flash brighter than the sun, heat exceeding 4,000 degrees Celsius. A massive shockwave that swallowed the city. 70% of Hiroshima was destroyed within seconds. Approximately 80,000 people died instantly. Within months, this number rose to 140,000. Human shadows were burned onto walls. The city fell into silence. The first hours after the blast. After the explosion, time seemed to stand still in Hiroshima. Very few buildings were left standing. People stepped into the streets, unable to comprehend what had happened. Many were burned, wounded, or had lost their eyesight, according to eyewitness accounts. Backhand index pointing right people were silent. Backhand index pointing right. No one was screaming. Backhand index pointing right. Only the sound of footsteps and moaning could be heard. The rivers filled with people trying to cool their bodies. But many of them died there due to radiation and severe burns. There were no firefighters. There were no hospitals. Most of the doctors had been killed. Within just a few hours, Hiroshima turned into a massive ruin, left without any help. Those who survived that day were left alone with such overwhelming pain that many later said, "I wish we had died at that moment." The invisible effects of radiation. For those who survived the blast, the real disaster began afterward. Radiation caused hair loss, severe skin burns, vomiting blood, sudden deaths days later. At the time, no one knew what was happening. Doctors were helpless. Even the survivors were, in reality, trapped in a deadly process. This new weapon poisoned not only the moment of the explosion, but the years that followed. Nagasaki, Fat Man, Japan still had not surrendered. On August 9th, 1945, a second bomb was prepared. The target, Nagasaki. This time, the bomb used was Backhand index pointing right. Fat man, due to the city's terrain. The destruction was not as widespread as in Hiroshima, but the outcome was still horrific. Approximately 40,000 people died instantly. By the end of the year, the death toll exceeded 70,000. 2 cities, 2 bombs, and an irreversible threshold for humanity. Japan surrender. August 15, 1945. Emperor Hirohito addressed the Japanese people. This was a first in Japanese history. Japan surrendered. World War II officially came to an end, but one question remained. Backhand index pointing right, was it truly necessary? Debates and the ethical question. Even today, historians remain divided. Heavy checkmark. Some argue that the atomic bomb ended the war early and prevented even greater losses. Crossmark. Others claim it was a crime against humanity. One thing is certain. The atomic bomb changed the rules of warfare forever, closing the shadow of the atom. Hiroshima and Nagasaki have been rebuilt today, but their pain is still alive. Every year, thousands of people visit these cities to say, "Never again," because the atomic bomb did not destroy only 2 cities. It showed humanity how easy its own destruction could be.